Good morning, friends. I thought we could talk while I open the last month's Hello Lovely box, Trope Pick box. This is a box you can get from Hello Lovely box, which does like bookish merch and stuff like that, particularly romance. And it's a trope, like they pick a book in a certain trope every month and they send it out. Special editions, things like that. As you saw, it has been torrentially downpouring, and my mailbox is not the best, so hopefully this is not absolutely ruined. So we have the actual card, and then we have this bookmark, and then the book is Blind Pass by Tegan Hunter. It's saran wrapped, and then this is the back. It sounds like this is a Married in Vegas, maybe hockey romance or something like that. Not my favorite. I don't like early hookups, so we'll see how that one goes. But I like this edition. It's pretty simple. Nice colors, stuff like that. So this morning I am feeling okay. Definitely an improvement over yesterday. I was just very in my head yesterday about my channel and everything. It's hard when you love something so much not to feel like you're gonna ruin it, and that's kind of hard to do when you feel like you want to make this amazing thing and you don't feel like you can, or you feel like you're wasting your time or you're wasting other people's time. So just having to talk myself through that and acknowledge the flaws in that mentality was what I was focusing on yesterday. And it just I was just beating myself up, and I think everybody can relate to being scared that you aren't doing anything, like you aren't providing anything, you aren't, like, I don't know. I guess in particular, like, my fear is that my videos, I have an intention for my videos. I want them to be helpful in some way. I want them to make people feel better. I want someone who, feels like they can't live their normal life, like their normal life is not good enough, and they need to be, they look at these, like, influencers who are doing these crazy trips everywhere, and they feel like their normal life where they just get up every day and they go to work and they come home and they take care of their family, like, that's not good enough. I want someone to be able to watch my videos and, like, see that this is, like, everybody's normal life. This is most people's normal life, and it's not about doing anything grand and amazing. It's about the little moments. It's about how you treat the people around you. It's about the positivity and the love that you give the people around you, your environment, the world as a whole. And it's about not hurting others and just being the best person that you can be, whatever that looks like, in whatever way, in whatever sort of life. That's what's important, and I want people to be able to get that. If they're feeling down or whatever, if they feel like they're not doing enough in their life, I want them to be able to see that you can have a normal life, and, like, you are worth a normal life, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And it's hard when I have all of these plans and I feel like maybe I'm not achieving them, or like what I'm doing is worthless, or it means nothing. I don't know. I'm still very much in my head, and I'm trying to, like, talk myself out of it. So I would like to have a good week. I know that I'm adjusting to my Prozac. I know that some days are gonna be bad days, and that it's okay, and you know, yeah. So now I'm gonna go into work and have some coffee. I have the ladder that I need to return, and I also have some donations that I need to make to a local shelter, some clothes that we are no longer going to wear that I want to donate after work. So other than that, I don't have a whole lot going on. We'll talk about what I'm reading later, because I just don't really feel like talking about it. Like, I don't feel like there's anything worth talking about. I'm not loving anything really right now. So yeah, that was my Monday update. Sorry if it sounds shitty, but that's what it is. So we'll talk. As you can see, I've kind of been going through it this week, and I wish I could say that I knew what it was and what I could do to fix it, but I know what it is. I think I know what it is, and I have no idea how to fix it. So I've been speaking in my last couple videos about how I went up in dosage on my medication for PMDD, and I guessed that the troubles that I was having were from that. Now I think that it is another episode that will make my third one in a month and a half. So there isn't really anything I can do about that. Hopefully the medication uppage and dosage helps, but there really isn't anything else I can do. Like, I definitely haven't been managing it probably the best that I could, but it's hard to know when to start to do those practices when you have no warning or consistent schedule. So it's a little bit frustrating. It's a little bit demoralizing to feel like you can't get a handle on something, or you can't control yourself, or it's hard. So I was going to talk to you earlier about the things that I've been reading, but honestly I wasn't at that point reading anything crazy good. I started City of Ashes, sat it down. I started The Three Musketeers, sat it down. I started this fantasy romance called Blood Mercy, and it is 654 pages. I'm 60 pages in, and it seems to be about a woman who is the bastard to the king, human king, and they have a treaty or something with the vampire kingdom, and he is trying to do something, like renew their treaty or something like that, to allow vampires to come onto their land again or something. I don't really know. It's kind of confusing. And then we also get the point of view of one of the vampires. So, and then I also started the Atlas Paradox, which is the second book after the Atlas 6. I am 47 pages in and I'm super enjoying this. It's captivated me just like the first one did. I gave the first one 5 stars. It was one of my favorite fantasies. Okay, the color of that lamp is weird because of the whatever. It was one of my favorite fantasies, I think, last year when I read it, and I am really enjoying the sequel. I've heard not great reviews. I've heard that it has very like middle book syndrome, but I'm enjoying it so far. So this is about 6 contestants who are trying to earn their place into the Alexandrian Society. All of them have powers in some way. Some of them can read minds, some of them can like manipulate matter, and they each have their own, you know, different abilities, and they're all competing to have access to the Alexandrian Library, which is like infinite knowledge, all the knowledge in the world. I don't want to reveal too much just because, like I said, it is a sequel, but I'm enjoying it like I enjoyed the first one. It definitely doesn't feel as hard to get into, maybe because I'm used to her writing, but it's not. Weirdly enough, the writing is less accessible in that fantasy romance than in this one, which is odd because Olivia Blake is known for having very like pretentious writing, but for some reason this one is quite easy to get into, so I'm enjoying that. But before that, I wasn't super loving anything that I was reading. I probably will continue to read the Atlas Paradox, but I'm just sort of hoping that over the next couple of days I can have a reprieve.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
And I can start to feel myself again. Yesterday I came home from work and I slept until dinner time. And then I got up and I felt like crap, very groggy, all that kind of stuff. And then it took me a while to fall asleep, obviously, but I was able to sleep last night and I slept well. Then I got up this morning, and when I got home today, I was exhausted, but I was able to kind of fight through it. I had got some cleaning done, got some chores done, went outside and read. So here we are. It's hard to, I don't know, constantly feel like you're not getting any better. And I don't know what to do with that. Like, I feel like I'm taking some of the steps, the recommended steps to improve, and it's just not, and it's hard. So I am probably going to continue reading this. I might watch an episode of Shadow and Bone. I started the 2nd season, not loving it. I don't love Alina and Mal's storyline, just like I didn't love the books, and the crows are much more interesting in my opinion, just like I thought the book crows were way more interesting. And the way that they're choosing to weave together the 2 stories, I'm not loving. Like, the differences that they've made. I'm not a huge stickler for like the movie or TV show has to be exactly like the book, because if I wanted the exact story I would just read it again. But I'm not liking the things that they changed, because yeah. So I might watch an episode of that. I'm probably gonna go back to the Atlas Paradox. I might watch some YouTube. I'm not really sure what the plan is for the rest of the night, but yeah. So I will I'll probably talk to you guys later, and I'll give you an update on everything. So
your evening, your whole life and your day. Every single episode is nothing but dismay. So look away, look away, look away.
I love it because it reminds me of a picture I edited last year of Australian celebrity chef Diane behind bars. You're not going to get context, so don't ask for it. Right, now back to the Toby shit. The annoying thing with the Toby Blonde girl, it could be Alison, it could not. Now Sparia, that is Spencer and Aria, come up with a plan to plant the Melissa mask in Melissa's luggage.
Hi friends, it is finally Friday. This week, well, these past couple weeks have just been like back-to-back L's. You win some, you lose most. But this week has just been a particularly bad brand of hell that I don't want to get into, but it was not it. But things are looking up. Things are looking better. So it is Friday. I am working today, obviously. And then this weekend we might have a date night, but other than that I don't have anything super crazy planned. I have been reading. This morning I started the audiobook for The Traitor Queen. I have 4 hours and 27 minutes left of it. It is the second book in the Bridge Kingdom. I loved the Bridge Kingdom and I'm really enjoying this second book. Basically it's like a enemies to lovers. The heroine has to get married to a rival kingdom's king with the intention of killing him and getting secrets about his country. The first one was super good. I really enjoyed it. I think I gave it 5 stars. I might have given it 4 stars, but really enjoyed it. I'm really liking the second one. Again, I don't want to get into specifics because this is a sequel as well, but it's super good. Really good fantasy romance. Might be one of my favorites, and I'm very happy that my spinner wheel told me to pick this up. But I've also been reading The Atlas Paradox. I am 136 pages in. I'm still very much enjoying this. I'm constantly changing my mind about who my favorite characters are. Not much has happened in the way of plot, but we've had a lot of interesting character growth and some points of view that I am enjoying quite a bit. And then I did do my spinner wheel for some ebooks. I got Guarding Temptation by Talia Hibbert. This is my 3rd Talia Hibbert. This is one of her indie published works, and it's like 115 pages, and it is a brother's best friend, friends to lovers little novella, and I freaking adored it. Definitely more sexual tension, less funny than her other traditionally published books, her really popular ones, the Brown Sisters. Definitely a lot of angst. They have both mutually sort of been in love with each other for a long time, and then in the beginning of the novella we start after the events of a failed seduction happen, and we're sort of we're thrust forward 6 weeks when the heroine has been getting death threats, and so she goes to the hero and asks for him to basically be her bodyguard. And there's a lot of tension and angst, and it's absolutely delightful, and I gave it 4 stars. Other than that, like, I'm feeling good. Like, I took yesterday to just rest, and it was just a good decision. Like, even though I was kind of bored out of my mind, and I wish that I had been able to get a video out today, like this Friday the 5th. You know, life sometimes gets in the way, and that's perfectly fine. We have the best intentions, and sometimes they don't work out, and that is okay. And like, I'm trying not to beat myself up about it. There's nothing forcing me to, you know, get videos out, and they will come as they should. So I'm feeling good. I feel like I'm over this hump of whatever the hell is going on with my PMDD and my medication. I started my period, and so I just feel like I feel good. I feel back to normal almost, which was a drastic change from the beginning of the week. For the majority of the week, to be honest. It's really only like this morning that I woke up and I was like actually feeling good. But yeah, I don't know what it is about the beginning of the week that just like really fucks with me mentally. Like it just seems like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm always just really tired, and then Thursday, Friday, it's almost like my body is like catching up to the fact that I have to go to work, and then by the time my body's caught up, it's the weekend already. So, but yeah, so I'm feeling good, I'm feeling happy, I'm very happy that I'm feeling happy, I'm very happy that I feel so like refreshed. And the best way that I can describe it is like when I'm in an episode, it's like this, I cannot see the sun shining. Like it's gray skies, I know the sun is out there, but I can't tell. Like everything just seems so gloomy to me, like legitimately, like everything just looks and feels, and like the way that I perceive the world is so dark and gloomy. And then it's like waking up the next morning and suddenly you can see the sunshine, and it's just like I'm sitting here with my window open listening to the birds, and it's just a lovely experience. And I'm just very happy that I have gotten back to normal, and I'm hoping that I will get back to a regular schedule with PMDD and my period and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's the update. It's a good Friday, and it'll be a good weekend. So yeah, I'll talk to you later. I have a meeting in like 45 minutes. But other than that, like I don't have much work going on today. So yeah, we'll talk later.